So I got a new record in Challenge Battle, 18 wins now. That's insane. I was rank 160 when I first got it. So I was going to go over a couple of the games that I played. Uh, so we'll start with this one when I was at 11 wins. And we'll kind of just talk about some of the things that I was thinking about as I was playing. So here, I believe my draft was like a lot of fire units, and I kind of assumed that they would have a lot of wind units, so I started picking fire. And then as soon as he picked the Etna Ciara, I went kind of all in on the fire units. Douglas is good against Etna because he can revenge when she does skill 2. I think my opponent made a mistake here by using the bag on Douglas and not on Antares, because Antares, obviously, as you just saw, did a lot of damage to the enemy team, stunned Etna. Here I got a bit unlucky because Masha got bombed, and then the dot took her off her mount, so she lost her turn. It was kind of not a good situation. But we got 3 units that are fire against the 2 wind units. I get a lucky proc here to kill the Etna, and as soon as Etna's dead, it's over. Like, the water girl doesn't really have any damage, and it's just over at this point. 3v2, there's nothing they can do. This one's over. So that one was just good counter picks. The Antares and the Douglas worked good against their 2 wind damage units. Once the wind units died, that one was pretty easy to finish out. And with Etna being pretty squishy, it doesn't take much to kill her. Then it's kind of just Ciara doing her own thing. So here we kind of went for a little bit control. Then we saw them pick the fire units, so we went double water. The Sonya is really the main thing that would have killed my water guy. So that's why I banned out the Sonya, because I was hoping in the end he would be able to solo, which is what's going to happen here towards the end. So we go into the Yanhong. Yanhong is pretty squishy, so a lot of times I like to focus on her, get her out of the way. She also has like the healing and some decent damage, so there's a lot of reasons to get rid of her. We did get the glancing here on Laura, which made it so that she really didn't get any stuns with that skill 2. That helped out a lot. So we finished the Yanhong, then we're going to go on to the Laura here. We don't really care about debuffs on Juno. Yes, it'll heal a little bit, but we really just want to use the skill anyway. So there I put the bomb on Douglas. My goal here is to get 2 bombs on Douglas and then explode them, just to guarantee that he's going to die. So I'm just not hitting Douglas because I don't want him to revenge and cleanse himself. Once I got the 2 bombs, I blew him up and took him out. So Juno's not a bad unit, but she's not going to be able to solo this. She's going to struggle against the water unit to finish him. She could get some stuns. She could get lucky and get some stuns. But most likely, he's going to be able to win this. And in this case, he does. So now we're up against a guy that's got currently 16 wins, which is pretty crazy. 16's a lot. Anything like over 12 is really, really good. 16 is definitely a lot. So I had a lot of fast units, and I had 2 33 leads. So I kind of just picked a lot of fast units, went with the 33 leads. I had to ban the water unit there because I had no way to kill him. I really wanted to ban the Fire Monkey because Fire Monkey is extremely good, but I had to ban the water unit because I was not going to kill him. There just wasn't a chance I was going to kill him. At least with the Fire Monkey, I had a little bit of a chance. So things are looking pretty good right here. Masha's stunned though, and you'll kind of see a trend here where one of the main issues that I have fighting this guy is it seems like Masha's always stunned. At least a lot of the time she's stunned. And that kind of becomes the end of me because Masha's my damage, and if she's always stunned, I really can't do a lot. And then towards the end here, this guy just gets a lot of procs, which also doesn't really help me. So Masha gets stripped there, which is bad. Then she gets stunned. And then, of course, Oliver gets stunned. Masha doesn't proc. I try to revive just to add one more target so that they kind of have to hit the Yanhong again rather than hitting my Masha. Doesn't matter. They get the stun on Masha again. Without Masha, she gets stunned again, and there's a proc. So that's kind of what ended the game. Is Masha didn't get enough turns. Like, she's the only thing that could have killed the Fire Monkey, and they just kept stripping, stunning. It's kind of unlucky because they don't have 100% chance to stun on their units, and they just got a lot of stuns. So really not much I could do there. I made the right call on the ban. I had to do what I had to do, and it just didn't work out, is basically what happened there. So then we get a rematch. This guy's now at 17 wins. So I get my chance at revenge. We're going to see how this one goes. Ciara, Masha, two really strong units. You usually can't go wrong picking them. Gapsuo, also really good. So we got some defensive units, and then we got Ciara. The main goal here is going to be to strip the Douglas, get some bombs on him, and just take him out because he's the main threat. Once Douglas is dead, it's over. So right now they don't have any way to cleanse that bomb. So there really wasn't a reason for me to blow it up. I'm going to try again to get 2 bombs because 2 bombs is a guaranteed kill on Douglas. So, and the bombs do go through the hug, so I don't care about the hug. I really don't. There's nothing he can do right now to stop Douglas from dying. Once Douglas is dead, this is pretty easy cleanup. They have no damage. None of their units do any damage at all. The shield is just going to keep my units alive forever. So now that Douglas is dead, it's GG at this point. Even if they kill Ciara, it doesn't matter. They have really no healing or very limited healing from Velajul. So we take him down. That was actually his last loss, so he ended at 17. So at this point, the queue time started getting pretty long, between 5 and 10 minutes, because, as you can imagine, once you get more wins, there's less people that have that many wins. Well, this guy's got 15. We get a match against him. So we got a little bit of control, and then we get the Gapsuo for some heals. We go with this Shizuka. I don't usually go with this Shizuka. My unit selection this time wasn't very good, to be honest. I wasn't very happy. Sometimes you just get units you don't really like, and you just kind of have to work with it. That was kind of the situation here. So he misses on the Shizuka, which is pretty nice. He misses the reset. Shizuka that gets reset is kind of useless, so having him miss that reset definitely is nice, but right now Shizuka's provoked. He's doing a good job controlling me, but his main issue is, as you can see, even though he's getting a million turns, he's really not doing a whole lot of damage. We miss that provoke over there, which a lot of times I see Josephine. It feels like Josephine misses her provokes and stuff all the time, which is one of the reasons I'm not a big fan of her. It's just sometimes things work out. Like she got a stun there, gets another stun, but I've definitely had a lot of times where she just doesn't stun and then it feels like she does nothing. So we're going to throw all those debuffs back. Get some more damage out. We got to keep getting the damage. More debuffs. Now that we're finally getting some turns, we can actually try to do something here. Try to steal his attack bar so he doesn't move first. Got it. Didn't get the silence. I really wanted. Didn't get the silence. Didn't get the stun. You know, there's multiple things that didn't go right there against that guy. We had 3 units that tried to stop him from doing stuff, and it didn't work. Yep, landed a provoke for once. Get the shield. Got the stun. She's going crazy. One more turn for skill 3 on Shizuka. Gets the proc. Look at all those debuffs, man. More debuffs. Now we can start doing some work. Everybody's stunned. Got those debuffs working. Miles going crazy. I probably should have done skill 2 on Miles there, just to prevent him from dying. I think that was a misplay. I should have done skill 2 on Miles. That's okay. Josephine carries a little bit and we get the win. I don't usually like Josephine a lot, but she did work. She did work in that situation. I actually used a lot of variety in a lot of these games, like units that I don't always use, which was kind of good. You know, each game was definitely different. So we got the Ciara Masha again, like both good units. And this one was a little interesting. I picked the Escher with the cool time reduction from this light girl. Missed the bomb. Sad day for him, but he gets all the stuns. Main goal is going to be to kill Gianna. And then they don't have a lot of damage from there, so the Escher can hopefully keep our team healed up with his skill 2. And then the Masha can hopefully go crazy. So we're going to boost so that we can get some healing going. We get some immunity, we get the heals going. And with that attack power buff, Masha just slaps Gianna. Takes her right out. We're going to go with the shield because I had the bomb on me, so transforming would have been a death sentence. So we got some shields going on, which also helps keep Masha alive until we can get heals back. One more turn on the heal. We're going to do the cooldown reduction and increase attack bar on Escher to get that heal going, keep everyone alive. So now we're taking the Gapsuo, the second highest damage on the enemy team. Once he's gone, it should definitely be game over because the other two don't have a lot of damage. Gapsuo is trying to take out the Masha because she's big damage. You want to get rid of the Masha. Unfortunately for him, though, Masha takes him out first. We get the shield with 1 HP on Masha to keep her alive. Then the heal again. And at this point, he's like, yep, it's over. GG. Masha's not dead, 4-on-2. It's funny that Diana really didn't do anything that game. All she did was put on a shield, and that was it. So at this point, I'm assuming I kind of ran out of opponents, and they started giving me lower win opponents because the queue times were like 10 minutes plus. So this guy that I fought at 16 wins, he only had 11, which 11 is still really good, but it's not any comparison to 16. 16 is a lot of wins. Not that 11 is bad. 11 is definitely really good. If you get 11 wins, props to you. That's pretty good. So we had a lot of wind units. We got the Antares for the Diana. and the other wind unit that we banned, Etna. And then we got a lot of revenges going on here. The Antares is just pretty good against Diana, as you'll see. Especially when he procs right when she transforms. That was perfect. And another proc to finish her off. Antares is actually pretty good against Douglas because when he procs, he gets attack buff. And that will help him reduce the chance that he's going to glance against Douglas because he does have attack buff every single time he procs. So, yeah, definitely if you need something to fight against the Douglas, Antares is okay. He's not the perfect choice, but he's definitely better than what you might expect because he gets that attack buff, and Douglas only revenges if his attack power is higher by a certain amount and however it works. It's attack power based. And by getting that attack power buff, it reduces the chance significantly that Douglas will revenge. So Antares takes him out, and now it's over at this point. He might as well just quit. It's 4-on-2. He has no damage. His Moor is not going to do a whole lot of damage. And now he's dead. So this one's over. We're just going to call it a day. That one's over. Next one, this guy's got 13 wins. Picks the Gapsuo. I got the Ciara Masha again. Both good units. So we grabbed the Sonya mostly to try to kill the Dark Panda, but obviously Sonya gets banned a lot. So tried to strip on the Etna to get, because if you strip with Yanhong, you get attack bar boost for your team. So I tried to strip on the Yanhong. So now we get the bomb on Antares. Tried to stun him so that if he procs, he can't do anything. Didn't work. Back there, the Dark Panda, I have no idea why he didn't kill Yanhong there when he hit Ciara a second ago. No idea. He should have been killing Yanhong 100%. So I made a mistake. I put the bomb on the Dark Panda. He can just cleanse it. That was kind of dumb. Luckily, it doesn't matter. It's 4-on-2. But yeah, this guy, in my opinion, this guy threw. Like, Dark Panda should have killed Yanhong there. Like, there's no excuse why he went for Ciara. Especially since Yanhong, he should have known that Yanhong had her heal. So I think he just misplayed that. I don't know if he would have won it if he killed Yanhong, but okay, we got one more. The last game that I won. So we picked Fire Monkey. I talked about this in my last video. I think Fire Monkey is good at almost every single situation. So first picking him is fine. Masha's also good. So we bomb the only unit that we're able to bomb. We don't bother stripping because it's just going to get cleansed by whenever you strip against Hagang. The debuffs just get cleansed, so there's no point. So we're going for the kill on Rakuni here. Masha should be able to take him out. Just did the skill 2 just because I wanted to make sure he was dead. didn't want to stun the Dark Panda. That's why I didn't use the skill 1 on him, because if you stun him, he automatically uses his skill 2. So I didn't want that to happen. Really what I needed right here is to stun that water guy on the left. So I keep trying to stun him because that's what I need to do. If I stun him, I win. But if I don't stun him, I lose. So that's why I skill 1 there instead of skill 2. Because if I stun him, I win. Like I said, if I stun that guy, I win. So I healed there. But now I'm just going to go for skill 1s. Because I need to stun him. So unlucky. Like, I probably hit this guy like 6 or 7 times and I didn't stun him a single time. If I stunned him even once, this would have been a win. Because I could have stunned him, put all my damage into him, and that would have been GG. But that's the last match. That's my 18th game. Ended up in a loss. But like I said, that one was winnable. It just came down to RNG. I didn't get a stun. And that was that. So all I needed to do is stun the Monado. Didn't happen. But still crazy. 18 wins. I didn't expect to do that. I wasn't trying to do that. I just went on a run last night. So yeah. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys have a great day. Peace out.